Welcome to Sip of Wellness, the podcast that we dive into the world of healthcare and wellness one sip at a time.
Today I'm joined by Mr. Hossam Gamal. Mr. Hossam has years of experience in the pharma and baby product industry. He is a learning and development manager with experience in the GCC region. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Hossam.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And today we are discussing a topic I believe everyone has different emotions around it.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Can you, before we start, just tell us a bit about yourself and your experience in this industry?
Yeah, sure. I'm a pharmacist and in GCC for almost 12 plus years. And I came to the learning and development industry like 7-8 years ago. And with a passion in baby industry, with having a kid and different kinds of products, different kinds of markets and audience, I developed this passion for helping, let's say, the parents and retail staff to educate and know more about the different stages of development of the child, starting from the newborn stage up to the toddler age.
Now, before we go deeper into it, let's talk about why it's very important to understand the cycle of infant sleep.
All right. So the baby sleep or the infant sleeping is totally different from adults, right? So in case of you are a new mom or a new dad and you expect your newborn to behave like you in terms of sleep patterns or sleep cycles, that will be far from truth. So if you are a new mom or a new dad and you expect your baby to sleep like you as an adult, this will be not the case in the first at least 4 to 6 months. All right. So the sleep cycles for adult is different from the sleep cycles for a baby. So for us as adults, we have like 4 stages in our sleep cycle, and our sleep cycle typically lasts for 90 minutes. And we can connect the sleep cycles very easily as adults. So barely we notice that we slept 2 or 3 sleep cycles as one shot, not as different episodes. And the other part, the infants or the newborn, up to 6 months, they have a different style of sleep cycles. Their sleep cycles is mainly 2 parts, which is the REM sleep and the deep sleep.
As opposed to adults, what are the different...
So basically for adults, we have 4 stages of sleeping, which is stage 1, 2, 3, and REM. But for babies, they have only 2. Our sleep cycle lasts for 90 minutes. Their sleep cycle lasts half of that, which is 45 to 50 minutes.
Okay.
And the interesting part, which every parent should know, is that the baby cannot still connect these sleep cycles. So after 40 minutes, 45 minutes, they are awake, fully awake. And you feel like it's not enough sleep, but that's already a full sleep cycle for them. All right. What you need to do is to assure your baby to sleep again for another cycle.
So they sleep for less than an hour. And we need to make sure that they sleep for more than an hour. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is their sleep cycle is less than an hour. So as adults, we sleep as blocks of sleep cycles, which is 90 minutes, 90 minutes, 90 minutes, like on and so on. As adults, we learned how to connect these sleep cycles without feeling that we were awake for some point and we are asleep again. For a baby or an infant,
they don't know that.
No, that's quite hard for them. That comes the sleeping, the sleep routine and the sleep training methods helps your baby to connect the sleep cycles together. So at the end, you are left with a baby who sleeps like 2 cycles instead of 1 or 3 cycles instead of 2. And then you grow the cycles, right, as they grow. So from the beginning, let's say every 1 hour they wake up, like literally they wake up fully awake. And then when the age starts to become like 1 month or 1.5 months, you manage to put them for 2 sleep cycles. All right. And you know the cues already. You start learning about your baby. And the further they go, the older they get, they start having 2 things. First, to start to learn how to connect the sleep cycles, and the actual duration of each single cycle prolongs and becomes longer than the normal 40 minutes or 45 minutes.
So it's not only normal for them to wake up every hour, but it's also recommended. This is the normal thing. This is the part of their sleep cycle.
Yes, see, you need to understand also as a parent that this baby was in a womb, a completely dark space with very less stimuli for let's say the 9 months of pregnancy. Now that baby is out for environment full of stimulation, full of colors, lights, sounds, even touch, and their sleep cycle is totally different. Their brain structure is different from us. Their body is still growing. So in our body we have a hormone called melatonin that's responsible for putting us to sleep. All right, their brain does not know that hormone yet.
Okay.
We have something called circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm means your body knows, or the biological clock, your body knows when it's day, when it's a night time. So for babies, they still don't know. They're still learning these things. So as a parent, you should be a little bit more patient, knowing that your baby will get to that stage after a while. You know, they are still learning.
Okay. You mentioned in the beginning that we have to do sleep training for babies. How is the process like? How does, if today, for example, a woman is pregnant, she's about to have a child, her and her husband are concerned about the first few stages of the baby's sleep and waking up a lot during the night. What should she keep in mind, or they should keep in mind when looking at sleep training?
All right. So sleep training starts at age from 4 to 6 months. All right, and that's the time when your baby starts to have, let's say, a little bit more control on or more routine on their sleeping pattern. Sleep training, it has lots of theories, and sometimes you feel they are opposite each other.
Okay.
So one theory will tell you, okay, put the baby in the crib, let them sleep by themselves and cry. Even they cry, don't intervene, and let them cry till they sleep.
Yeah. Ferberizing, I believe.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
And there's another method says no, never let your baby cry.
Yeah.
And once they are awake, go and carry them, shush them, and bat on their back till they become asleep again.
Okay.
Another method in between says no, when the baby wakes up, just grab a chair and sit next to the baby and just communicate with voice or a small touch. All right. So it depends actually from a method to another and from a baby to another. See, the whole thing, what we are going to explain today on this podcast is not just a recipe to put your baby to sleep.
There is not one size fits all.
No. And every baby is different, and every mom and dad is different. Right? So what we are trying to achieve today is to give you a little bit of an idea on the different stages of sleep and how the baby is growing. So knowing this information will help you to accept these challenges easily and how to deal with each challenge and we deal with each stage.
How important is it in your experience for parents to prepare for that, and what should they do when preparing for this change or transition from pregnancy towards welcoming a new joiner to the family?
All right. So if the parents know already that this baby is going to behave in a different way than a toddler or an adult, and their needs is different from an adult, they come to understanding that it's not their mistake or their fault that the baby is constantly crying, the baby is not resting well, or sometimes they feel that the baby is not eating well. So all of these thoughts actually stops you from being a very good parent. Maybe you are doing your best as you can, and maybe you are doing more than it's required, and you still feel that it's not enough. So knowing that this is totally normal, the baby cries, the baby sleeps on intervals, the baby does not have a full night's sleep in the beginning, removes this burden off your shoulders, and knowing that it's not your mistake that the baby wakes up a lot, the baby maybe every 1 hour they wake up, and this is completely normal, all right? And on the other hand, also the baby should sleep a lot.
Why should babies sleep a lot? Like, why is it that important for babies to sleep?
All right. We can start by the number of hours required for a newborn to sleep. All right. And for adults, we say 6 to 7 hours, 7 or 6 to 8 hours daily. It's enough for us.
Yeah.
For babies, it's 14 to 18 hours a day.
Wow.
All right, and it's not mandatory to have to be like on a bulk or like 10 hours one shot. No, it's like the collective hours of the day that they sleep
Per day.
per day. Yes, and this is very important for them emotionally and physically. Why is that? Because there is a very important hormone excreted from a gland in our brain called pituitary gland. This hormone is called growth hormone. All right, and this growth hormone, from its name, it's responsible for growth. There are lots of fascinating facts about this hormone and its functions in our body. From the name, growth means it's essential for growth. But we should ask, which growth in the body? Is it only the muscles, cells, bones? It's for everything. Mental development and physical development. All right. So this growth hormone, it's actually excreted in pulses during the day. It's not just one shot during the 24 hours. No, it's on pulses during the day. And the highest excretion of that growth hormone is during the deep sleep.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
That's tells you the first importance of deep sleeping. Second thing, this growth hormone is essential for your baby's growth of mental, as I mentioned, mental and physical development, for physical growth of their brain and internal organs. So in order for the cells of the body to replicate and divide and make new cells, they need this hormone. Without this hormone, their growth will be affected.
Stunted, yeah.
Yes, and will be less than expected. All right. Third thing is their immune system. All right. During sleep, your body or the baby's body actually makes cytokines and antibodies. All right. And that tells you, as a parent, when you see your kid like constantly sick or catches cold very easily, check their sleeping. All right. If they sleep well, their immune system will be strong. All right. That's the first number one thing to have a look on if your kids get sick very quickly. Let's say another important need for sleeping is behavior. So during the day, the baby's brain is absorbing all the information like a sponge. All right. Let's say they saw a dog in the daytime, and at night their brain works in the background saying, yes, that dog belongs to the animals. Let's categorize it in the animal category. Before the bedtime, the mom sang a song. Okay, we need to save that too. All the information their brain is absorbing during the day, it's getting sorted and getting processed during the nighttime or during the sleep time. So sleeping is like a glue for this information. So it works like a glue to connect all the dots, connect all the learning patterns for the baby to make a good product out of all of these inputs.
So we can say they do their analysis during their sleep.
It actually happens, and it happens during the REM sleeping, the rapid eye movement time. So when you see your baby smiling or just kicking or screaming out loud, that's their brain actually doing the processing of this old data they have been gathering during the day.
You mentioned also that the baby's sleep cycle is around 45 minutes, and it's divided into 2 stages. Let's say, how long should each stage be?
All right. So in the baby stage or infant stage, the sleep cycle lasts for 45 to 50 minutes, which is 50-50 between the deep sleep and REM sleep.
Okay.
All right. This percentage will change over time till we get the full sleep cycle, which is 90 minutes into 4 stages. So the light sleep stage, which is the first stage, it lasts for just few or several minutes.
Okay.
Second stage, we call it stage 2 or stage or N1. This stage lasts for 20% of the
full sleep cycle.
And then this next stage is the stage 2, which is lasting for 40% of the sleep cycle.
Okay.
The deep stage or the last stage is lasting from 25 to 40% of the sleep cycle. And each cycle has different role in our body. All right. So in case of you cut your sleeping during one of these stages, you are affecting something. It's not all the same. But if you get a full cycle, even it's 90 minutes, means you had a good sleeping time.
Okay.
So understanding that you should plan your sleep schedule. So if, for example, if you are tight on time and your baby doesn't have enough time to sleep like normal days, let's say they have an activity or something, you plan their sleeping time as sleeping cycles. So you want to achieve how many sleep cycles? 3, 4, or just 2? All right. So you plan that sleep cycles according to their body biological needs, or the biological needs, not according to the time. Let's say it's not 3 hours. No, plan by sleep cycles.
When a woman is preparing for a baby or for a new addition into the family, they tell her a lot that sleep when the baby is asleep. Now, knowing what we just heard from you about the different sleep cycles between a child and an adult, the cycles are completely different in duration.
True.
So, what would be the best, let's say, practice for women or for new parents to adopt when they have a child?
I totally agree with you. That is a very tough stage. I have been in that stage one time, and it really requires both parents to be supportive for each other.
Yeah.
All right. For the mom, yes, sometimes the solution is sleep when the baby sleeps, but you don't have the need to sleep now.
Yeah.
All right. But understanding that your baby wakes up every 40 minutes and knowing that you can put them to sleep immediately at the same spot, that's a changing information for you.
Okay.
So if the baby wakes up, let's say after 1 hour or something or less, and you know that the baby maybe needs a diaper change or a meal, right? Knowing that you can put them immediately to sleep, that's something to relieve off your shoulders. And also, sleep is important for parent and the child on the same, because see, if the parent is exhausted,
They can't properly take care of the child.
Exactly. And it will be overwhelming for them to have this physical need for sleeping and the emotional bond and the emotional care they should give to the child. So it's a little bit tricky to adjust both sleep cycles to one pattern, but it will improve with time.
Okay.
Normally it takes less than 4 months, then the baby starts to adhere or starts to adjust their sleep cycle to your sleep cycle.
Okay.
And their circadian rhythm, again, their biological clock starts to adjust at the age of 4 months.
We will get back to that, which is the sleep training. But before we do, I wanted to ask you about, if a baby is asleep, is it common practice to wake them up if they don't wake up within an hour or two? Like, let's say they've been asleep for more than 2 hours, and we're talking about an infant whose age is less than 4 months, and they sleep for more than 2 hours consecutively. Should a parent wake them up?
No. As long as they are sleeping well, let them sleep, all right? As long as there is no health issues, all right?
Okay.
So, your baby is not suffering from any medical condition or anything. Well fed, diapers changed, the environment is safe and cozy and comfortable for them, let them sleep.
Okay.
The longer they sleep, and actually the more deep sleep they get, the better growth hormone they excrete, the better growth they achieve. And also, that's for the deep sleep. What about the REM? The longer REM duration they get also in their sleep, the better behavior and better learning curve they will get. All right. So longer duration of sleeping, it's a good thing for babies.
Now, you've mentioned multiple times that we can actually establish a proper routine for the baby, which helps them also get accustomed to a specific way or a specific cycle. What would be, in your experience, the best training, let's say, or the best routine to include in a baby's day and night?
So establishing the routine, consistency is the key. All right. So babies, they love predictability.
Okay.
All right. So remember, they were inside and there was very less stimulation. And when they are born, lots of stimulation is around.
Lots of chaos also, because
Exactly.
too many new things.
And that gives them a sense of danger or sense of insecurity.
Okay.
All right. So having a consistent and specific routine you do, like a ritual daily, that tells your baby, yes, after this step we have the exact next step, and then after that we are going to sleep.
Okay.
This is a key for the child, that getting familiar to the environment. There is no much of surprises in their environment. So for example, you start by, let's say, a shower and then a book, or a shower and a song, and having like prepare the crib, maybe prepare a special toy or a pacifier or whatever helps you to put the baby to sleep. Then the baby starts, yes, connecting the dots. Yes, this is the time. After the song, I'm going to sleep. All right. So having this kind of consistent process or consistent ritual on daily basis, that encourages the baby to understand the environment, understands the new environment they live in, and they will be cooperative with you. All right, once they understand, once they put them in a system or in a routine.
Can we say in this sense that sleep cycles in babies aren't really dependent on the baby, but are dependent on the conditions that you put your baby in from the moment they're born until they grow up?
You can say that, but it has lots of factors in it as well. For example, if the baby is teething,
Okay.
that's also another disturbance for the baby.
Let's talk about the first 4 months, let's say.
Yes. All right. So the main reasons why your baby is going to be awake is the sleep cycle itself. It's less than an hour. Second thing is maybe a diaper. They wet a diaper, and this gives them an irritation or a discomfort that constantly give them a stimuli to wake up. Third thing is the noise level.
Okay.
All right. What about light in the room, temperature, clothing? All right. So all of these factors actually can affect the baby or can promote the baby to sleep well, or they can promote the baby to be awake. All right. Once you know what your baby prefers, sometimes also some babies, they prefer to sleep on the back, which is the right thing, but some babies, they sleep comfortably on the side.
And it should let them, I think?
Yes.
Okay.
See, there is no right or wrong in sleep as long as you are achieving the main objective, which is sleeping.
Okay.
The baby has to sleep for their body to grow. And if they are some studies, they say also, if the baby is chronically sleep deprived, their growth and their emotional state will be very affected in the adulthood. All right. So we don't want that to happen. All right. Sometimes, yes, they say the best is to sleep on the back. Yes, but my baby wakes up when they sleep on the back. No, put them on the comfortable position they like. All right.
What about after the baby grows, like after 4 months? Should the parents introduce the concept of a nap during the day, or should they only follow the rhythm of the baby? If they want to sleep, they let them sleep. If they're active and they want to be active and stay active during the day, they should also let them.
That's a wonderful question. And actually the answer is counterintuitive. All right.
Okay.
So some parents, they say, all right, I want my baby to have 10 hours night sleep.
Yeah.
I will just let them play and jump and run during the day. So when they reach to the bedtime, they will be asleep like an angel, which is not true.
Okay.
All right. The right practice is to give them a nap also. As again, babies, they love the predictability. Okay, they love predictability. They love knowing that their environment, they have some control over it. All right. So having a nap on a specific time of the day, it's a must for them to grow. All right, to process all the inputs they collected during the day, and also over fatigued baby, they will not sleep well at night.
So it's the opposite.
The opposite.
If you wear them out during the day, they will not sleep better during the night.
No, their body will be super exhausted. All right, and actually the stress hormones will work on their body and wake them up again.
Okay.
All right, so it's the opposite way. No, keep the naps.
Okay, keep the naps, but just like to touch back on that, if the baby isn't sleeping on their own naturally, should you introduce the naps?
Yes.
Okay.
So normally the baby in the beginning, 3 to 4 months, up to 4 months, they should sleep up to 18 hours a day. All right, that's a lot. Some parents, they say, my baby sleeps 12 hours a day. That's a lot. No, this means the baby is not getting enough sleep.
Okay.
All right. So you need to achieve this 14 to 18 hours a day. For newborn or even premature, you should achieve 20 hours a day.
Oh.
All right. See the relationship between the growth hormone and the sleep.
Yeah.
So the older they get, the less number of hours they need per day. But as long as they are growing, they need to have this collective hours of full night or good quality sleep during the day. They should have also one big shot of the sleeping during the night, all right? Because that's of course after age of 4 or 6 months.
Yeah.
Because that's the now their body is adapting to the full cycle of sleep. All right. So in after that age, they should have like maybe 1 or 2 naps during the day, and then one full shot of sleeping, let's say 8 to 10 hours a day.
Now, as an expert in this field, I would like to take your opinion on some old wives' tales. Like, for example, you're not supposed to tap the baby or pat the baby when they're trying to sleep, or in general, because you will spoil them. You're not supposed to rock the baby a lot because also they will get used to it. Are these myths, or do they have some merit to them?
No, there is. You know, I can't after being someone who's in the medical field and in baby industry and a father, you know, there is no black and white. All right, you have to accept the gray. Okay. So
That's very beautifully said.
yeah. So it's and also not all the babies are the same, and you are not the same as an adult as well, because your day is not the same every day. You don't have this physical and
Consistency.
emotional consistency over the time. So accept the changes, embrace them, and accept that your baby might be different. All right. Sometimes the advice you are going to get from, let's say, the grandmom will be better than the advice than you get it from an expert.
Okay.
All right. So I'm not saying that our grandfathers or grandmothers, they are giving like outdated information. No, sometimes you can use them. Just have a look or keep an eye on your child progress.
Okay.
Right. As
The
long
milestones.
as long as they are progressing on according to their milestones, they're growing well, their behavior is well, their emotional and physical state is well and normal, means you are doing great. No need to put extra pressure on yourself first in the first place, and your child to be like something extra.
Now, Hossam, you mentioned in the beginning that a baby is supposed to sleep next to the parents for at least the first 4 months of their life.
Yes.
So why is that very important for the baby?
All right. So there is a common term is called SIDS, or sudden infant death syndrome. That's we don't wish to see in any child. And during that's very common, or when it happens, the highest percentage happens during that first 4 months.
Okay.
All right. That happens because of some wrong sleep practices, or sometimes due to the environment. And the sad part is the baby cannot give you an alert.
So you have to wake up and
yes,
check
exactly.
consistently.
So knowing that your baby should be awake for every 40 minutes or for every 50 minutes, if the baby skips that, you have to check on them. All right. And another thing, in that 40 minutes or 45 minutes, your baby's sleep is divided in two parts: the REM sleep and the quiet sleep. Right. The REM sleep is active sleeping. So during that period of let's say the 20 minutes, out of the 40 minutes, the 20 minutes, your baby should have irregular breathing. They should do some jerk movements of their hands and feet. Sometimes they do some sounds. All right. So in case if you don't hear your baby, or you don't see your baby doing this kind of movement for at least 1 hour, all right, in a row, no, you have to go and check on them. So co-sleeping is a good practice to embrace, especially during the first 4 months. All right, to monitor your baby. All right, to keep an eye on them and to check their immediate needs when it's needed, and you act like in a speedy way to just avoid any bad circumstances.
Okay. Now let's go towards sleep training and establishing a routine. What are the tools that new parents can access or use in order to establish this routine for the child?
So for the environment, a cooler room will also help the baby to sleep well for longer duration. Solid mattress, not the soft one, will be very important for them. White noise machines, they're really nice. Also, if, for example, if the baby likes the silence and you have another external source of sound, the white noise can mask that sound. All right.
You mentioned that during the pregnancy of the woman, if she was surrounded, like if she was a talker, or if she was surrounded in her daily life by a lot of noise, the baby will get used to that. So they would prefer to be around a lot of noise, as opposed to a woman who is usually during her pregnancy around a lot of silence. The baby would prefer a lot of silence.
Yes, because that's the routine. They got used to it. So normally parents, they say, okay, when the baby is inside, is not feeling anything or not hearing anything. No, this is not true. The baby develops their hearing very early in the womb itself, and they catch the mother's habits very early. All right. So if they were used to a noisy environment or something with lots of sounds, actually they're gonna sleep well in that environment after they are delivered. All right. And sometimes you're gonna need some white noise machines also to create that noise if you don't have that natural source of noise. On the other side, if the mom also is used to the quiet and silent environment, the baby will be the same.
Okay.
All right. So some products in the market can help you, to achieve or just to
monitor the sound level.
Adjust this environment for your baby to sleep.
Okay. Aside from the sleep, you mentioned also about the lights and how the lights should be for a baby. Are there like specific, because I know that some babies have like these night lights or the lights that they place next to the cribs. Are they recommended or are they usually advised for babies or no?
They can be a great tool for you as a parent, actually. All right. And think about it. If your baby is going to be awake every 1 hour or so, no need to turn on the whole light for the room to feed them or check what's wrong with them. So having a small dim light or a small standby light next to your bed, it's a really good idea. All right. So this light should also be not very flashy, not very bright.
Okay.
Right. Try to choose a product which is also have this warm green, warm color.
So not white.
Not white color.
Okay.
No, just orangish thing, or something that warm and light, not very bright.
Yeah.
And this will be also a good tool for you to check if the baby is sleeping well or not, and to check on the baby without having the whole room light up.
Okay. You have mentioned also that the baby should sleep in cooler temperatures. Now, also an old wives' tale. Our mothers and grandmothers always tell us, make sure that the baby is warm, make sure that the baby is covered, put a lot of things on the baby. How does that go with what you said, which is they should be in a cold environment or a cooler environment?
See, if you swaddle the baby, all right, the swaddling actually helps the baby to be asleep. All right.
Okay.
So swaddling, it's a good tool
Yeah.
that mimics the cover of the womb around
Okay.
around
They
the
feel
baby.
cuddled.
Yes.
Okay.
As if the mom or as if they're still inside.
Okay.
All right. But their body actually emits more heat than the adults.
Okay.
All right. So swaddling is a good thing, but in the same time, the whole environment around the baby should be cooler. All right.
Okay.
And try and test that in with your kid. If you turn down the AC, let's say on 27 or 28, they will be awake.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So having a cooler room actually encourages the baby to sleep longer duration.
Okay.
All right. Another thing which is biologically happens during the sleep, our body temperature actually drops.
Okay.
All right. So when you are asleep, if the temperature around your body is higher,
Cold. Yeah.
it's higher.
Okay.
All right, and your body temperature drops, the difference will be great on you, so you will be stimulated to wake up.
Okay.
But if the temperature is cold and your body temperature goes cold, they will match. So the difference between temperatures is not much.
Okay.
So you feel this is a steady environment.
Ah, okay.
All right.
So it's even good for us, like as adults
Yes.
as well, to sleep in colder.
Yes, but not say on 18
Not
or
freezing.
16. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
All right. The best thing is between 22 to 24 degrees. All right. This is the healthy thing. And also from the safe sleeping guidelines, you should not cover the baby with any loose-ended fabric.
They might
yes,
put them on
they
their
might
face.
suffocate, and this
Okay.
is against the safe sleeping guidelines.
Okay.
All right. So if you want to cover your baby, you can buy a sleeping bag, or you can swaddle them with something that you can make sure it doesn't have any loose end that can be a source of danger for your baby.
So Hossam, if we were to summarize the top things that parents or expecting parents should look for and establish in a routine for an infant, what would they be?
number one advice will be the routine. All right, establishing a good routine for their baby is as a critical point, because this gives the baby the predictability of what's going to happen next. All right. Second thing is the environment itself. So having like a comfortable environment for the baby, for the crib, for the surrounding before the bedtime. It's another important factor. Third thing is naps. Try not to skip naps or to have this long duration of the baby awake without having some time to rest. Day naps are really critical. Another point, which is limit them stimulating activities before bedtime. So the big jumps and big plays before the bedtime is not totally recommended. All right, because this actually wakes the baby more. All right, so try to be in more of the soft activities like reading a story or singing a song. Another point also, be aware of the development milestones for your baby. For example, if they start teething, if they have cold, also if they have a wet diaper, all of these factors can limit and affect the quality of the baby sleep. So checking the boxes before the bedtime, this will help the baby to sleep very well.
Amazing. This was such great advice, and this was a very interesting discussion.
Thank you.
I believe there is not a lot of light shed usually on the sleep cycle. Parents are just expected to go through the sleep cycles of babies and go through the sleep process of an infant who has tons, as you mentioned, of different factors. This was really, really interesting.
You should not compare your way of sleeping as an adult to the baby. Actually, the baby's sleep cycles are totally different from us. And also the sleep need for the baby is also more than us. For us, the growth hormone works as just for repairing our tissues. But for baby, still they are growing and they need lots of this hormone. There's also an interesting fact about the amount of growth hormone excreted in babies. Let's say you're an adult and you have a baby. Who has a bigger brain?
An adult.
Who has a bigger pituitary gland in the brain?
Should be an adult.
Exactly. And who should excrete more of growth hormone? Still an adult, right?
I feel like I'm in a quiz.
Right?
Yeah.
It's actually that's the logical thinking.
Okay.
But the baby that 1 year old baby, they excrete 2 to 3 times more growth hormone than an adult.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So imagine if you are sleep deprived for 2-3 nights in a row, how you will feel.
For a baby.
No,
also.
for you as an adult, how you will feel.
Yeah. For 1 hour less of my sleep, I would feel bad.
And let's say you didn't sleep for 2 days.
Yeah.
You will look older.
Yeah.
Your under eyes will be dark, and you're exhausted, and it shows on your in your physique, right? It requires 1 night for the baby to show all of that, not 2-3 nights.
Oh, wow.
All right. So yeah, it's very critical for parents to take care of their baby sleeping. Some practitioners, some experts, they say also take care of your baby sleep as their normal care of their food. All right. So if you skip a nap, and
it's like you skipped and feed a meal.
Exactly. Napping is like a meal for the brain.
Okay, that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. So make sure that your baby is getting enough sleep so they can glue this information they are collecting during the day, so their behavior and their response, actually your bond and connection with the baby will become better if your baby sleeps well.
Okay. Thank you so much, Hossam, for being
Pleasure.
here, and thank you for all of this informative discussion.
Thank you for having me, and it
Thank
has
you.
been a pleasure talking to you.
Hossam, how can expecting parents get in touch with you to know more about this topic and more about sleep cycles and training?
They are more than welcome to come to our office in Dubai South. I'll leave also my email and WhatsApp in case if anyone wants to have more info about the sleeping or maybe in baby products in general.
Okay, perfect. We'll make sure to add your details and contact info in the description.
Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.